Hey everybody, sorry I did not do a video yesterday. Actually ended up break even. Actually think I made like 1 point yesterday. I had kind of a dumb trade, and when I got in the trade I was really conflicted, like okay, this could mean this, this could mean this. And something that I do when I kind of hit a slump is I pull my time frame back. So whenever you use a smaller time frame, there's a lot more decisions that have to be made. And that's why Al Brooks talks about if you're having an issue, back it off. And that's why most people shouldn't trade on anything under 5 minutes. But because of my personality, I overanalyze everything. So when it comes to trading, I start to get further into that. So whenever I try to learn a new depth of context, there is a learning curve there that comes with pain normally. And so what I do is I back things off. And this is like the one tip I will give to new traders. This isn't like an educational channel. I'm just trying to show people my mistakes. And so what I do is I back things up. I look, instead of looking at the market through a microscope, you look at it through a telescope and see, okay, what's the bigger picture here? So I did 2 trades today. I ended up at around 17 points. Here was my first trade, and the bears have been ripping everybody to shreds, but there has been opportunities to make money on both sides. So we have a day similar to, I believe it was Monday, just a sell-off. Okay, we have this huge gap down right here, and this is something that's important to pay attention to, because if we have 20 bars under the EMA, the first time it touches the EMA, you're looking to retest these lows. So we have this tight channel, and this is very climactic. So we have this wedge here, and then notice the bears succeeded in breaking through this wedge. So this was my first trade, and this was my context was, okay, we have 3 pushes down, and we have this tight bear channel. I'm looking for a retest of this low before we start going back up. We haven't been to the EMA yet, so the first sign that we get to sell at the EMA, I'm going to get in. So we had 3 pushes here, 1, pullback 2, pullback 3, and pretty crappy bear bar, but I figured as strong as this was, it wouldn't really matter. So I ended up entering in on this trade just below that bar. It did shoot down for a scalp, but after this bar right here, I knew I should have got out. And I'm gonna go to that higher time frame here in a second and explain kind of what it is. So as you can see, we got major rejection. So really the wedge would start right here, 1, pullback 2, pullback 3 possibly. But reasonably, contextually, that is a reasonable trade in my opinion. We have this huge gap down, first touch at the EMA. Yeah, you're probably going to go lower, retest this low. But we have yesterday's low, so it's kind of acting as a double bottom here. So I'm just going to fast forward real quick because I want to spend more time on the other trade. And you can see, now when you get overlapping bars like this, it's like the Battle of Mordor is going on, okay? This is an area of agreement, and this is where people, the action is really happening. So the bears do not want the bulls to get above this EMA. They want to keep showing their signs of strength. The bulls want to break this nonsense and get above this EMA, and that would signal that the trend is probably over. So one thing to add is this 4,000 number has been a magnet for, I don't know, weeks maybe. That's a big round number, so everything's been floating around that, and I'm going to show it on the second trade. So long story short, I get stopped out on this trade, and actually I was waiting all morning for this right here. So the trade that I took yesterday that ended me getting it break even, I took a sell, I think right around here, and I finally took a buy above this one, and I think I got out, you know, up here somewhere. So I made like, I don't know, 15 to 16 points, but it got me to break even because I had a really stupid trade because it was just super over. I had FOMO, over analyzing, and whatever. So notice this right here. I should have got out right after this bar, but I think it got me on this bar. Yeah, it got me on that bar. Okay, so let's go to the main trade here. So I want to kind of discuss what I got going on here. This is like a 30-minute or hourly chart. Okay, that's a big time frame. And I'm switching back and forth in order to get my context better of what's going on market-wise, because markets have momentum, correct? So whatever they do, they're going to keep doing. What has happened every single time we've touched this line? So here's the line began, touch the line, shot up. Touch the line, shot up. That's a weak signal bar anyway. Look at that strong signal bar. What did it do? Came back up. Touch the line, came back up. Touch the line, came back up. Now we're touching the line again. So we have this sideways triangle going on. Okay, expanding triangle is what it's called. So I'm trying to see if okay, there we go. This is how I'm looking at it right here. Look at this expanding triangle that we've had the last 2 days. Okay, this was Monday. I don't even know what day. Today's Thursday. So this is Tuesday. Yeah. Monday was President's Day. It just was trash on Monday. I didn't even trade on Monday. So we have this expanding triangle going on. So what I was waiting for all morning, this took freaking all morning. I didn't get in this trade until, I don't even know what time it is, but it had to be close to 1. It was around 12:30. Look what happened. We have this climactic, really I could have sold right here. Not the greatest sell signal bar, but good enough. We have this climactic sell-off. These bears have been insane. Look at this. I mean, just boom. The bulls are just fighting to get back up, and then the bears just wreck shop. So this is on, I think, the hourly right here, maybe the 30-minute. I'm not really sure. And so we have this climactic sell-off exactly to a support level. Okay? An expanding triangle is just a range on its side, basically. And the range points kind of stay the same. So you could almost call this a bear channel the last couple days, which I'm sure if I expanded even farther out, it 100% is a bear channel, because we'd have to incorporate, what's going on up here. But notice, after all these bars, now we have this doji. Well, what happens in a trading in a trend? A trend turns into a trading range, and then the market decides resumption or reversal. So after our trading range right here, now we have this strong bear bar, or I'm sorry, bull bar. And we're gapped above the EMA. So this 4,000 mark is right in the middle of our expanding triangle. So you have to have other areas of confluence. You can't just have a wedge and go for it. Okay, look for a reversal. You need to have confluence, meaning multiple reasons to enter a trade. So what's our multiple reasons here? The first one is we're in an expanding triangle. That's number one. Number two, we have a climactic bear tight channel that's super climactic. Okay? That's number two. Number three, we have now tested the low of yesterday. So technically we kind of have a double bottom. Number four, we're at the support level of this expanding triangle. And number five, this 4,000 has been a magnet for price action. I don't know why, but it just has. And if you look on the daily chart, everything comes back to that 4,000. Okay, so I get in this trade, and I'm trying to figure out kind of a target. And let me explain why. We had to go get new soccer cleats for our boys today. So we were going to surprise them, pick them up from school early, and go get them soccer cleats. My original goal was 1-to-1. So you can see for my risk to reward right here, which was 4,003 or something like that. But I changed it to just exactly 4,000 because I had to leave. And so after about this point right here, I wasn't even at the computer. I think the bar closed. Yeah, the bar closed and then we left. So I'm like checking my phone the whole time. And I broke my phone. I smashed my phone in the lawnmower handle. So it's a riding lawnmower. And so I couldn't really check my phone too well. Anyway, I was freaking out because I'm like, all right, well, I have to set an alarm because I have Apex. So you have to have your trades close at a certain time. So anyway, why did I enter this trade? Well, look what happened previously. I'm pretty sure this is the hourly because that's not that many bars. because this includes extended trading hours. Every time it touched the line, it's gone up when you have a good buy signal. Do we have a good buy signal? Yes. Is it at an area of support? Yes. It's worth the risk. That's all it is. It's worth the risk right then and there. The EMA is not respected that much. We're basically in a trading range right here. We tried to break below this. Look how climactic this bar is. And so now we have a strong bull bar closing. You don't get a much better bull bar than that. So it's worth the risk to me. So I got in this trade and I'm checking it, and I was a little bit upset because I have 2 contracts right now. I set it at 4,000. I think this was my 1-to-1. I'm not really sure. Or I'm sorry, my 2-to-1. See, I was risking 12 there. No, 14. So that would have put me probably right around here. I would have stayed in this trade if I wouldn't have been gone. But as you can see, once it hit a certain point, look what happened. Boop. That sucker shot up. I probably would have gotten it. I 100% would have gotten it. That is frustrating. So would have got another 26 points right there. But it's testing this breakout point. So you have this breakout. I was looking for this breakout right here. At least it was going to test this. I was pretty confident in that. And then, golly, that is frustrating. So it definitely would have hit my 2-to-1. And again, this is the hourly. You can see right here. This is the hourly bars. So just a tip to you guys. The price action stays the same regardless of the time frame. But when you zoom out, it helps you see the bigger picture, and then you're just looking for a buy signal. Now, you may not get like a double bottom, such as, on a 5-minute. And I think I went back and forth on them. Yeah, so the gray chart is a 5-minute chart. I know I switched like back and forth a lot. So that's the daily right there. So this was my concern, was we were going to come down here and test this. But look at this, man. This is so climactic. I've never seen it like this before. So anyway, if you're kind of having a funk and your timing's off, which is what typically happens to me, like my context is great. But if your timing's wrong, it doesn't matter. You're going to get stopped out. So just chill out and go to a higher time frame and wait for a good buy signal. There was a much better entry, I'm sure, right here on the 5-minute. 100% better. But this helps me kind of get rid of some of the bull crap. Or the noise. And I know Al Brooks doesn't like that term noise, but it helps me get rid of some of it. So tomorrow, what am I looking at? I'm looking at maybe selling up here. Why not? It's been doing it 3 different times. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to sell up here. Maybe not so much because we've just been so expanded, but guys, that makes me mad right there. Look at that. 39.88 was my entry. That was a good 30, maybe 40 point day right there. But anyway, I really hope this helps someone. And just let me know. You kind of just got to pull back, man, and just be confident in yourself. Pull back, look at your context, and just go for it. There's no doubt in my mind. If I get a signal like this at an entry and I still get stopped out, I'm not going to feel bad about it because we're at a support. We have a good buy signal. It's been doing what it's been doing. Just go for it, man. So anyway, I hope this helps somebody. I know this video went a little long, but good luck to you guys.